It's beautiful out here this morning. I'm sitting here on a step, drinking some coffee. Looking at my garden. It's been a couple of days since I've been able to do much out here because our temperature has been hovering around the triple digits, but hasn't really gotten to, it's 99 is what it's gotten to for like 3 days in a row. So I'm not going to torture myself. That's just too much. But I've made sure that my plants, I've gotten watered every evening or morning, depending on when my husband has the watering system set up for. As I told him, with it this hot, we need to make sure things stay watered. And so things are looking good. Well, one of my plants got me this morning. I was over in one part putting in a little bit of mulch around some of the plants, and I leaned over and ow! I leaned right across my stinging nettle plant, and right on my arm. I don't know if you can see it. He got me. So I figured, Mr. Plant, you're telling me that it's time for me to trim you down. So I went and got some string and tied it up, and my clippers, and chopped right underneath where I tied it up with the string so that I could take it in. And with that string, I have a hook in the house where I hung it up to dry it. And the stinging nettle plant has plenty of plant left to grow again, which is what it will do. Now, if you haven't looked up stinging nettle, excuse me, it's got a lot of health benefits. A little bit annoying when it stings you, but the stinging feeling will go away in just a little while. I'm going to dry it, and then I believe I can use it to make tea or salve or tincture, or use it in soups or whatever. It's just a really healthy plant. For a lot of people, it's a weed. I have had to plant it from seed in order to have it. So I have it on purpose, not by accident, not by nature. The rest of my garden is looking good. My weeds, which are mostly grass, are growing as fast, if not faster, than my actual plants. That's to be expected, right? So if I turn you around, you can look at how green and lush. I've realized that my gardening style is, I don't really have a gardening style. It's like, if there's an empty spot, stick a plant in it. So nothing is in rows. And a lot of my, the brassica type plants are all going to seed. So there was one kind of right in front of me, right behind that there, that I accidentally plucked off one of the stems. So I thought, I'm just going to pluck them all off and take it inside. And it looks like it might be radish. I know I planted some radishes there, but I never got any radishes. I have zero luck with radishes. Every year, I plant radishes every year. I don't get radishes. So I know the little bulbs are edible. And I did chomp on one the other day and it tasted like a radish. So I took those inside. I cut down that whole plant. I left a little bit at the bottom in case it wants to grow back up. But I'll cut off the little bulb thing, the little pods, I guess is the right word. And some of them I'll save for seed, and some of them I think we might eat because they're good. I've been wondering about, so you can see it right there. No, that's not it. It's the one next to it, right there. If you can see that. It doesn't show up real good on the camera. With my naked eye, it shows up really good. I have some catnip. Well, I have catnip in various places in my yard. Very first year that I had catnip, I spied a little plant clear down on the other end of the yard. And so I picked it up, I dug it up and put it in a pot. Well, then I put some out in front on my mound area where I'm kind of working on creating a food forest. And like any kind of mint family plant, I'm beginning to have more than I want. So I think I can preserve a lot of it to make tea, and the cats like it, and to use for medicinal purposes. But I think I might work on trying to get rid of some of it, just because, well, there's a saying, you can't have too much of a good thing. Well, yeah, you can. You can have too much of a good thing. Look at all those onions in that little pot there. That's good. I have a weed here that I installed an app that tells me what plants are. And because of that app, there were out in my other garden area, there were some plants that I dug up because I didn't know what they were, and discovered it was an invasive weed. So this I don't know what is. So I'm going to have to find out and see if there's something I want to keep, or if it's something, they're in pots. I planted some, berry, just a second, berry, the one that you make syrups out of, that keep you well, and I can't think of the name of it. Oh darn, right when I'm talking to you. In some of those pots, and nothing ever came up, so I don't know if that's what that is. That would be wonderful, but I have a feeling it's just a weed. We'll find out. Elderberry is what I was trying to say. Don't know. I have a plant out in front that I thought was a Virginia creeper or whatever. It's a plant that I don't really want. But the app says it's an elderberry. It does not look like an elderberry. So I think the app was wrong. I was having a hard time getting the picture because there's a lot of plants right in that one area. So I would have to isolate the plant a little better to get a good picture of it. Oh, and I need to show you this. You can see my clematis plant is kind of getting in the way of me showing you. But those are my beets I know it was last year, I think it was last year, I planted beets in those little containers, and they did okay. I think I planted more than one beet in each one, just in case they didn't come up, but looks like they're coming up. Well, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking to you today. I just wanted to check in, let you know how beautiful it is out here. Not supposed to be quite as hot today, but still supposed to approach 90, high 80s. Well, the last couple of days it's gotten hotter than the projection, so I have a feeling it will still reach 90, but we'll see. In the meantime, I'll just sit here and enjoy the outdoors, finish my coffee, maybe try to do something with my hair. I tend to wear it up on hot days just because I don't like it to sweat around my neck. I know this has kind of been a relaxed video. Lots of pauses in my narrative. Let's see if I can show you did I show you I think I did. I have one clematis bloom. I showed it to you. Oh, there's several of them. There we go. Well, I have it zoomed in too far. There we go. There. Such a beautiful color. And as you can see, pretty soon this whole thing will be filled up with those blooms. Well, I'm going to let you go so you can get something done, so I can get something done. Got work to do indoors, got work to do out here. Always things to do. So may the good Lord richly bless you until we speak again.